Hello everybody, I'm Chris Olds. This is Recast Oka, the Baseball Card Exchange, and we're here with yet another Rip and Retail Retro. This week's Rip, 1982 Donruss Rack Packs. And that may look weird, or that may sound weird based on how it looks, because these are really wax packs inside of a rack pack. So what's kind of the selling point of the gracing, what's the word, the important part of rack packs versus wax?
Well, in the 1982, Donruss is only in their second year of having a baseball license, and so I guess at this point they were trying any way to get their cards out there. So in addition to being able to find packs, wax packs for sale, they put together these racks, and they just took the leftover wax packs and made sure they could distribute it everywhere. So, hang them on a peg at the supermarket,
right?
And whatever the packs were selling for at the time,
discounted
20
prices,
cents, 25 cents.
Yeah,
you could sell that at a discount, and that way Donruss could sell all their inventory.
And the real, where I was going with that too, actually, is the benefit of buying a sealed rack pack, because it's wrapped in plastic that's very, tearable.
Exactly.
It's you're getting wax packs that aren't tampered with. It's a lot harder to tamper with the outer rack pack.
Back in the 80s, the shrink wrap outside of wax boxes did not exist. And so this is about as close as you can get to a factory sealed type of pack.
And back then, obviously, it's just heated wax paper. And actually, I guess you can see it here. There's a roller that went right across the middle to heat it up enough to melt it. Donruss, I'm not as familiar with their kind of machinery back in the day.
Yeah, it's the same principle.
Yeah, they're a little more wrinkly wrappers and looser wrappers.
Yeah.
But that you could see kind of the heater mark. If someone, they can carefully open these packs without tearing them, which I'm not going to do it, but if they can sit here and peel it without tearing too bad, they can open it, put cards back in, reheat it with an iron, but that melts the entire back of the pack. That's something that used to be very, very problematic in the hobby before Upper Deck kind of changed the game with the packaging. So, obviously, as we said, I don't know if we mentioned it yet, this is Cal Ripken Jr.'s rookie year. The puzzle is, I believe, Babe Ruth. Sure looks like his face to me. And I'm just going to go quickly through this pack here. Omar Moreno, Dick Ruthven, Gene Nelson, Jason Thompson, Jim Wright, Damaso Garcia, the Diamond Kings checklist. Diamond Kings were huge back then. This was the first year of
Diamond Kings. Yeah.
Ken Oberkfell, Stan Banson, I can't talk, let alone pronounce a name. Ernie Witt, Ken Oberkfell. Not getting much in this one. There you go. Steve Stone, Cubs announcer. Rupert Jones, Johnny LeMaster, Rich Gedman, and Jim Asian. That's a rough pack, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
but that happens with 600-plus players.
Exactly. You can notice Donruss is still working out their quality control. It may be a little tough to see here, but all the cards are not quite the same size.
Yeah. That does play into the grading game.
However,
there are tolerances.
You'll see a future video that has 81 Donruss, and this will look very nice compared to 81 Donruss.
Yeah, we'll get all kinds of diamond cuts in that one.
All right. Glenn Hoffman, Fred Stanley, Eddie Solomon.
You're all careful. I'm just tearing into the paper.
Robert Castillo, Joey Davis, Cliff Johnson, Richie Hebner, Mike Ramsey, The Cobra, Dave Parker, Rule, Lawrence Paris.
Do you recall? Did Donruss have issues with sequencing back in the day? I don't know myself.
I'm pretty sure that everything has a sequence.
Yeah.
Just because everything's just done by machine.
True. Yeah. That's true.
I'm sure there were places where it would skip. And Donruss is still trying to figure out the production process.
Yeah, that first year was rough. You'll see here pretty soon. It's an interesting one.
Their non-sport stuff kind of ran true, especially because they were small sets too. So I would imagine that this is the same way.
Oscar Gamble, Hall of Fame hair there. Not on this card, but in history. I totally want to make an Ozzy Osbourne Mr. Crowley reference, but I won't. Oh, wait, I just did. Kiko Garcia, Bill Verdon, former Pirates guy in his later years. Gorman Thomas. How about a Bruce Sutter Hall of Fame beard card? Two Braves pitchers. You can tell they had a certain pose to do on photo day. Rick Mailer, Larry McWilliams. Doug Bird. We're not going to make any jokes about that name, but I can give you a card if you want. Miguel Dion, Jim Fanning, Joe Price. I'm getting skunked on Donruss. They don't like me today. Silvio Martinez, Tony Bernazard, and Mario Mendoza. Hall of Fame ineptitude in terms of batting average.
Exactly.
That's a fun pack, though. Good
Right.
names.
We got to do a little better here. Let's see. John Mayray.
And actually, real fast, we didn't mention the price on these. They're not very expensive. $10 maybe or so.
I think these are under. I think these are under
$10?
$10. Yeah. Rich Gossage.
Goose.
Willie Randolph.
Willie.
Can't read upside down.
Tom something. I can't read that name. Period.
Jeff Leonard.
That might be a Jeffrey Leonard rookie card. Might be.
Leon Roberts. Mike
Yep.
Barrett. Warren Kamari. Mike Flanagan. Alan Ashby.
We're gonna finish strong.
Oh, we finally got a Hall of Famer there.
There you go,
Schmidt.
Michael Jack Schmidt.
And
Ralph Houck. That's cool. Oh, here we go with first Diamond King of the entire video.
Okay.
How about that? George Brett. That's pretty cool. So think about that. We just opened 5 packs out of 6 and hadn't seen a Diamond King base card yet. That tells you how the packaging and the collation is different when there's a lot more cards in a set. I'm going to go ahead and flip through these real fast to show you the highlights first. Mickey Hatcher. I'm an A's fan. I still hate him. 1988 Dodger. Billy Martin. John McNamara. Greg Gross. Aurelio Lopez. Greg Minton. Rick Monday. Milt May. Dan Ford. Checklist. Ken Forsch. And the reason I'm not showing you more is there's not much to show. But Terry Poole, Larry Heil, and Brad Havens. But we did get a Diamond King of George Brett.
All right. Hopefully get some more Hall of Famers here. Pat Tabler, Jeff Newman.
It's just the game has changed so much. You know, no autographs, no mems, so it's in a larger checklist. There you go, Mike Norris. That's fun.
Bob Boone, John Littlefield.
Too bad it's not 82 Fleer, right?
No. Fear, Bergmeyer, Chimino, Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
A little light in the Hall of Famers.
But you know, if you buy a box or more than one pack, you might do better. So that's how it happens with old school wax. We're going to get into some other old school wax here pretty soon, which we'll have streaks just like this, but we'll also have the Hall of Famers to balance it all out. But I actually like 82 Donruss. 82, 83. The design is a little more advanced compared to 81, and it's just different.
The pictures are much better.
Yeah, 84 really changed the game for that company, but
exactly.
These are kind of in the in-between years. And for the price, which they're not expensive, 60, 70, $80 a box for a wax box, somewhere in that range.
It's come down quite a bit since the Cal Ripken run.
Mania.
Yeah.
Yep. So overall, that was a little bit of a dry rip, but that's a fun rip for me. Yep. So if you get get a Ripken rookie for $10, that's kind of fun too. So until next time, I'm Chris. Our other guy points and says his name. I went into that mode. This is Reed. Just keep ripping.